How do you checkmate white in this position? So the first thing that you notice is that the king is already in the corner. So the rook is attacking this and this square, which means the king only has two available squares to move to, either taking the rook or going to h3. So what you have to do is try to limit those squares. So going knight f3 is a great move because one, it protects the rook and attacks the king, making it so he only has one square to move to h3. So you do that and he moves to h3. Now you want to get him to the corner and checkmate him. So rook h1 is a great move because it attacks all these squares, forcing the king to go to king g2. Making the king go to one square, only one square, is great because it's limiting his squares to move to. He goes there, but now it seems like there's nothing to do. But then you realize the king can't move in any of these squares because of the rook. Can't move to this square because of the bishop. Can't move to this square because of the rook. So the only square he can move to is taking the knight. So going rook h2 is a great move. Even though it's sacrificing the knight, just watch. Right now the king can't move here because of the knight. He can move here and here. Can't move here because of the rook. So he only has these two squares to move to. And why is this good? First of all, if he doesn't take the knight and goes right here, then it'll be checkmate on the next move after going rook f2 because knights are blowing off these squares, rooks are blowing off these squares, and the rook is being protected by the bishop. But what if he just takes the knight? Well, then you could do the exact same move, just rook f2. And instead of the king being on f1, he's on f3 this time. The pawns are blocking these squares. The pawns are blocking these squares, the rook are blocking these three squares, bishop's blocking this one and this one, the rooks are blocking these three. So it's all pretty simple once you know just what squares the king can and can't move to. Thank you guys so much for watching and have an amazing day.